That is your constitutional right. It's people out here reminding us of the black struggle in America.
Now, before we dive into the cesspool that is the Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony situation, let's learn our word of the day, okay? And that would be swatting, okay? Now, for all of those who don't know what swatting is, let's go to good old Google and get a definition. Swatting: the action or practice of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of a large number of armed police officers to a particular address. Okay, now, specifically, I feel like this definition isn't correct because it says making a prank call to emergency services. I guess you could call that a prank, but all the swatting things that I've seen over my years is malicious intent. Like, sure, they want to shake your life up and laugh at you, but some people just want to see, ooh, what if he gets shot? What if he gets hurt? Because when you do a swatting call, you're saying something crazy is happening. Now let's move over to the whole Austin Metcalf, Karmelo Anthony situation, right? Dominique Alexander has been spewing hateful rhetoric for the longest. Jake Lang has been spewing hateful rhetoric for the longest. And now we have both families being attacked. You have Karmelo Anthony's family that apparently can't even live home anymore. Apparently they have to find a new location because of all the hatred. And now on the other side, we have Austin Metcalf's dad and his home, where his wife and his kids are, being swatted. Okay? Now, I saw it the first time a couple days ago. I shrugged my shoulders to it. I was like, it's crazy times. It's some drunk asshole. Won't happen again. It happened a second time yesterday, I believe. I still looked at it. I was like, man, it's probably another person. It's not going to happen again. Ladies and gentlemen, as of today, they have been swatted 3 times. Okay, so we're going to go over the post that he made. But this is the problem that arises when you have talking heads like Dominique Alexander and Jake Lang. And we're going to get into those two fucking buffoons even further in a minute. But let's go ahead and check out the swatting calls first. So if we go on Twitter, right, there's this lady called Sarah Fields that's been following everything. She's a Texan, born and raised type of person, I believe. Now, she posted this a couple of days ago, or yesterday. It says, my house was just swatted again. This shit is crazy. That's Jeff Metcalf posting that, okay? Now, I woke up this morning. That was the second time he had posted about being swatted, okay? I woke up this morning thinking that somebody had reposted the same screenshot. Bro, they swatted him again. Now, this is what tells me that this is one person. At first, I thought it was just people who just were, they're riled up, and one person did it, another person did it, and, it's just different people. This is the same person 100%. They keep swatting him because they're in their feelings. I don't know how they got his address, but this is definitely one person. Now, we go back. This was posted as the time of recording. Now, I believe this was posted late last night. It's Jeff Metcalf once again. It says, unbelievable. Another swatting call to the police tonight. SMH, come talk to me man to man, face to face. I will not back down or move. Kick the beehive and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So even I could tell from that comment, he knows that this is one person, okay? Now, I don't know how many times more the police are going to respond to this. Probably every time, because there's different crews every night, you know what I mean? So I expect to see it again, to be honest. And it's all because of two people, bro. Because this is what happens. You have people like Dominique Alexander who says hateful shit. Now the radical people that he's opposed to, the radical white folks, want to do something crazy to the Karmelo family. And then you have Jake's dumbass Lang talking all that hateful shit on the other side. And now you have extreme black people that want to do something crazy to the white folks. So it's just back and forth. But I promise you, none of this would have been so incendiary, in my opinion, if Dominic and Jake never existed in this situation. But let's go ahead and check out some of the tweets that Mr. Alexander has been posting. Now, the only reason that I know about this Sarah Fields woman, because I'm not from Texas, why would I know about Sarah Fields? The only reason The only reason I know about Sarah Fields is because of Dominique Alexander, because apparently she's been putting his ass on blast ever since his cockroach-looking ass came from underneath the sink. Okay? She has been blasting his police reports. She has been blasting his dealings behind closed doors. It's really a beautiful thing to see. And he hates her, okay? Because every time he posts something, her name is in his mouth. Get her name out your mouth, buddy. You're showing you're hurt. You're showing that your butt hurt about your skeletons coming out the closet. But let's go ahead and check out this tweet that he gave. Addressing the lies and disrespect. Normally, I don't waste time responding to outlandish stupidity on social media. But a recent post by Sarah Fields has crossed the line that demands a response. You know, you saying normally you don't do something as you do it never really sits well with me. It's almost like the girl that fucks you on the first night and says, you know, I never do this. Sure. Okay. Are we still fucking? Anyways, let's continue. In her distasteful and misleading post, Sarah Fields accused me of having an inappropriate relationship with a former Dallas police chief, Renee Hall. Let me be very clear. This accusation is not only disrespectful to me, it is outright offensive to Chief Hall, a highly accomplished law enforcement professional who has moved forward in her career and continues to make an impact. Now listen, bro, this guy is the one who's infamous for shaking up a baby, bitch slapping his wife, having her crying on the news, okay, going around making a fool out of himself, protesting with 5 people. You know, this is how I know your protest is bullshit, when you got like 5 to 10 people behind you. Okay? It's you in your own fucking world. So you have this clown doing all these antics, and you expect me to not believe this well-respected, this 300,000 follower account on Twitter when you have 6,000 followers, okay? Make it make sense, brother. Why put yourself in the public eye when you have that many skeletons? I mean, bro, he's been arrested 10 times plus. You understand me? With that record, I'm inclined to believe anything people tell me about you. But let's continue. Now we gotta keep an eye out on Renee Hall. What's going on with her? 10 arrests? I kind of believe it. When these baseless rumors first circulated during the summer of 2020, it hurt deeply to see Chief Hall, a black woman in leadership, have to endure such a misogynistic, disgusting attack. At that time, advisors told me to stay silent to avoid adding fuel to the fire for her sake, but silence does not mean consent. The fuck does that mean? How does that work in that sentence? Silence does not mean consent? Are we talking about sex, or are we talking about you just responding to rumors? What? So you're not consenting for her to tell rumors about you? Listen, this is called the internet, and you exist on Twitter. That's why I don't have an official Twitter. I just have like a bullshit account because I don't want to be there. When you don't want people talking shit about you, exit the room, you dumb fuck. Let me read that. But silence does not mean consent. What does that mean in this context, brother? You're just saying shit. Turn ChatGPT off and go back to junior college English courses. They're very good. I took a communication course. Okay? No shame. Good. Maybe you should think about that. It's about $200. If I can recall, down in Berkeley for that class for a whole semester, go ahead and take it. I'll shout out my professor, but I can't remember her name. She was a great professor, amazing woman. You know, I got an A+, great woman. And to all the people, and she was a black woman, since race means everything for you. It was a black woman in Berkeley, okay? Anyways. I am sorry, Chief Hall, that you had to experience this. I'm sorry that in Sarah Fields' desperate attempt to disagree with me regarding the Karmelo Anthony case, she is now trying to drag others into her toxic mess. The only toxic mess is you, Mr. Alexander. And I will say, Sarah Fields, I don't follow her. I do now because of the case. She post a lot of stuff, but for you to say a toxic mess when you have you seen your own Twitter page, Mr. Dominique Alexander? Everybody, homework. Go on X and look up Dominique Alexander and tell me if his shit's not toxic too. Sarah Fields. And then he tags her. This is your warning. Disagree with me all you want. Challenge my ideas all you want. But do not attack people who have nothing to do with this case. Stop before you find yourself being sued. Ooh, that sounds like Tiffany Hinyard. Shout out to Tiffany Hinyard. I hope you do really well in jail, Tiffany. Anyways, this world is already sick enough without people inciting. Oh, wait, no. This world is already sick enough without people inventing lies to distract from the real justice, work. I'm just going to leave all these mistakes in the video. Fuck it. We stay focused. We stay standing in truth. We stay fighting for what's right. No matter how loud we hate gets. No matter how loud the hate gets. Hashtag next gen action. Hashtag standing truth. Hashtag respect black women. He called, basically the only thing he said was, Sarah Fields, I'm going to sue you because you hurt my feelings. And we heard that a lot. Listen, when you are a public figure, because that's what you're trying to be, right? With your little 6,000 followers on Twitter. Anyway, when you're a public figure, suing for defamation is one of the hardest things you could ever do. Okay? Especially on your level. I don't think anybody's getting sued. You know, Sarah Fields' piggy bank with 300,000 followers on X is probably a little deeper than your piggy bank, Mr. Next Gen Action, Mr. Nagan. What a fucking clown. But this is why he really hates her, okay? It's because she released his arrest report. So I'm going to show when she posted that arrest report, and then I'm going to show his response to that arrest report. And that's what really instilled the hatred into his heart. So I can't find the original post, but she did have all his mugshots up and stuff, but she just keeps reposting and bashing it on him. She's relentless, bro. She is actually relentless, okay? So just yesterday, April 22nd, she said, "Oh my, minister." And somebody, I don't know who did it, I don't think it was her, somebody DM'd Minister Dominique Alexander with his police report, and he said, "Didn't your father teach you not to beat children and women?" And then he responds, "No, your mother never taught me." That's very mature. That's a very mature response. You know, I love that response. Honestly, that's probably the best response that you could give in that situation. Your mother. You know what I'm saying? He hates that woman. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the response that he gave on his ex, because, you know, for this man, everything is a testimony. Huh, thank you, Lord. She exposed me for my testimony and my strength. Thank you, Lord. It's some bullshit, bro. I mean, it's some real behavior happening out here. Some real weird behavior. Let's check it out, though. So Mr. Dumbfuck comes out here and he says, "They tried to shame me, but ended up showing my testimony." Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. When I first stepped into activism in 2014, I didn't hide who I was. In fact, my very first year, I was named Person of the Year for the Dallas Observer's People Edition in 2015. And I spoke about my past. I wasn't trying to bury it. I laid it out because my life has always been about transparency. I'm not here to run from my story. I'm here to use it to impact future generations, to make sure they don't walk down the same path. Sir, my guy, all you do is beat bitches, shake babies, and steal cars. What the fuck you talking about your testimony? Everybody, man, listen, everybody who finds God and wants to delete all the fuck shit they've been doing wants to say this is their testimony. No, this is your very shitty past, and you should be ashamed of it. The fuck? I could see if you were stealing out of necessity. Did you have to beat your woman out of necessity? Did you have to shake the baby up out of necessity? I don't think so. Again, I could see if you're robbing people. Fuck it, give me your shit, bitch. Give me your watch. Run that. You pawn it. You help your family. All I'm saying is I can see. It's not fully black and white sometimes. Sometimes people are struggling. That was not you, sir. You're out here just beating people because you are a fucking ignorant piece of shit. That's it. You was just out here smacking people. Testimony. Fuck. I've been an open book about my life since day one. My testimony is mine. Ain't no shame in my journey. I'm a walking, breathing example that it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. All right, bro. Those mugshots you've seen flowing around, most of them I posted myself. If you want to dig up my past, keep digging. Hell, there's some you're missing. And every one of them just shows my journey God had me on. I could have sealed those cases years ago, but I chose to leave them open because growth should be visible, not hidden. I'll tell you one thing. He couldn't have sealed those cases years ago. He couldn't have. I didn't do no research about that. I didn't look it up. I'm telling you right now, those cases were there for the public to see, and he's leaning into this because he's fucked anyway. Okay? Come on. This guy is a fucking crook, and you want to expect to believe this bullshit? Oh, yeah, I leaned into it. It's my story. No, your story is if you do some fucked up shit here and there because you need to get by. It's completely different when you have 10 arrests, and half of them are for domestic issues. You are just a demon, minister. I hate that shit, bro. I hate it, bro. Let's continue. You can't make me feel bad about me. You're actually doing me a favor by showing the world what God can do to a man that didn't quit. Let me stop. To the ones trying to figure out how a dude from Oak Cliff, Texas, 7521 to be exact, with a record, with a story, turned around and built the largest human and civil rights organization in North Texas, let me help you. It's called purpose. It's called anointing. It's called favor. Ooh, shamamama. Listen, I'll tell you one thing, bruh. You ain't making no money off of that bullshit. You ain't making no money off of that. This thing that you've attached yourself to, it's probably promo work. They're probably, you know what? He's probably waiting for that GoFundMe to smack, you know? Well, that's another video. That's a topic for a different video. But I'll tell you one thing. This is the biggest thing he's probably ever attached himself to. And that shit don't make no money. What is it called? Nagan? I forgot what national administrator, some bullshit. His organization is cap. It's fraud. It's bullshit. I promise you. The largest civil rights movement in Texas. Shut the fuck up. And if you're mad about it, stay mad because I'm not going anywhere. I'm tried, tested, and proven. Keep posting my mugshots. You're just posting God's glory. And facts never lie. Don't tell the whole story. You are posting God's glory. So the next time you smack a baby and shake it up and discombobulate everything in the baby, just know that that's God's glory. Just know that it's God's glory. That sounds like blasphemy. You know what? Let me not even joke about that. All you need to know is that shit's not God's glory. Ever. You dumb fuck. Women, children, go read the Bible maybe, big dog. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here for your approval. I'm here for every black boy they try to write off. I'm here to break systems. I'm here to make sure another black life isn't destroyed by hate. So to the racist trolling my page, congratulations. You just became part of my success story. I'm living rent-free in your head and still standing 10 toes down in my purpose. God had his hand on me then. He's got his hand on me now. And he's not done yet. What a fucking troll. Tell me what you think in the comments. But bringing all that down, let's review, right? It's shit like this that cause people to SWAT houses. You know, there's some far extremist in his little dungeon basement, rats running around, roaches crawling out the sink, and he's over there sending those swatting calls. He's like, yeah, that's what Dominique said. That's what Dominique said. Fight back against the whites. That's what Dominique said. Problems like that. And then you have dumbasses fucking with the Karmelo Anthony family. They actually had to move. Ooh, that's what Jake Lang said. That's what Jake Lang said. But don't worry, we're going to cover Jake Lang some more because there's some more fuckery that's going around. 3 swatting calls in 3 days or in 2 days. It's ridiculous, folks. And it's shit like this that causes it. I'll see you guys soon. Stay inside, stay safe. I love y'all. Peace.